Around the World chapter is about the famous novel named Around the World in 80 Days. As the name suggests, this chapter is about an Englishman who makes a bet with his friends that he can go around the world in 80 days. Name of the Englishman was Mr. Phyllis Fogg, and he started his journey with his companion Passepartout to travel all around the world, and the maximum time limit was 80 days. He has to travel from one corner to the other corner of the world in 80 days. One evening they were on the train, and the train was going from San Francisco to New York. Train crossed steep mountain slopes, deep canyons, and hair-raising curves, moving through a few tunnels and bridges. स्पीड में बढ़ती चली जा रही थी, बहुत सारे टनल्स, कैनियंस, घाटियाँ और ऐसे ऐसे घुमावदार रास्ते थे कि रोंगटे खड़े हो जाएं. हेयर रेजिंग कर्व्स थे. ऑल ऑफ अ सडन द ट्रेन slows down. Why? Because herd of buffaloes were crossing the railway track, and this results in 3 hour long delay as the herd takes this time to cross the tracks. So 3 घंटे वो लोगों को लेट हो जाता है वहाँ पे. Once again the train starts moving and head for the steep mountains. It was most difficult part of the journey. The highest point of the journey comes at 7,524 feet. The train was moving with its full speed, but all of a sudden, again the train stopped. Passepartout, the companion of Mr. Phileas Fogg, went out to see why the train has stopped, and the signalman shouted that the train can't move forward because the suspension bridge over there, the cables of the suspension bridge are broken, and it will not take the weight of the train. But the driver of the train said that perhaps there is a chance of getting across the bridge by letting the train proceed at its maximum speed. And the signalman told the passengers to aboard the train, and the driver reversed the train for nearly a mile. 1 माइल तक उसने ट्रेन को रिवर्स किया और gave another whistle, and train began to move forward. The passengers were very much frightened. They were feeling that the train was not resting on the tracks, it was floating through the air. As soon as the train crossed the bridge was totally broken, and the train was moving without any interruption till the evening. As the train moved forward the next day, it was suddenly attacked by hundreds of Sioux Indians. The tribes of native red Indians, many of them appeared from the sides, jumped on the moving train, and pulled themselves up the steps. They were armed with राइफल्स. उनके पास राइफल्स था. सियोक्स इंडियंस अटैक किए, आक्रमण कर दिए ट्रेन पे, और उनके पास बहुत सारे राइफल्स भी थे. सम ऑफ द पैसेंजर्स हैड रिवॉल्वर्स विद देम. उनके पास पिस्टल था. वो लोग अपने आप को बचाने के लिए डिफेंड करने लगे पिस्टल से. The conductor cried that if the train will not be stopped, we will be lost. And then Passepartout, the French passenger who was the companion of Mr. Phileas Fogg, went out to save the train. He slipped under the racing train, and holding on to the chains, he reached the engine, and then he separated the engine from the coaches, and the train started to slow down. Now the train was near the station, and many soldiers were there. They rushed to the train, and after seeing the soldiers, the Red Indians ran away from the train. And in this way, the train and the passengers were saved.